Hey, what's up everybody? AMP here. Wanted to show you how to install Unison for ELMS. So Unison is a file syncing program that will allow you to sync files between your local machine and your virtual box. So this is really beneficial for you in terms of performance. So if you use the default file sharing folders that come with a VirtualBox, you'll probably notice that there's some pretty significant performance impacts. With ELMS, you definitely notice it because it's a network of websites together. So if you try to run your shared folders in VirtualBox, you'll notice a significant performance impact. As you can see now, I'm running Unison and it's fast as hell. So it's really sweet. The cool thing with Unison, it pretty much operates like rsync, so it's super fast, no performance impacts on the box, but it goes both ways. So it'll watch your local system and your remote system, which is exactly what we need. So let's set it up. So we'll go into our terminal. I am in the ELMS location. So this is the root directory for ELMS, and I've already run Vagrant up. If this is the first time you're running Vagrant up, it'll probably take a while, but once it's installed, you can start working here. So you'll need to install Unison 2 places, on your local machine and in the virtual machine. So local machine's pretty familiar. It's just brew install Unison on a Mac or whatever package manager you want to use. The key is that you want it to be a certain version. So we have to make sure that the Unison version that we have here is the same version that we're going to install with Yum. So we have to make sure that that's the case. So let's install it on a virtual machine now. Just closed out of it. ELMSLN here, and let's go Vagrant SSH. All right, so we're in the VirtualBox now. So this is my home directory of the virtual machine. So let's use Yum and install Unison. It's pretty straightforward. Yum's going to go out there and get Unison for you. Just have to say yes. And bingo, you're installed. How you can test to see if Unison was installed is by typing Unison and then dash version. Oh my goodness, not typing very well today. Version. And okay, so we're on the exact same version that we are on the home computer, your local computer, which is great. It's exactly what we want. If those aren't the same, you might run into some problems. I'm not going to say you're definitely going to run into some problems, but if you're having any syncing issues, I would definitely, that'd be the first place that I would remedy, is make sure that those two are the same version. All right, cool. So now that those are both installed, we need to install our profile. So we've made it really easy to install it on Mac. We have a script in scripts. Let me just open this with Sublime so it's easier. So inside of scripts, there is a folder called Unison, and inside that there's a Unison setup-osx. And what this is here you have a Unison profile. And the Unison profile tells Unison where the local copy of ELMS is, as well as where the remote copy of ELMS is. It also sets up SSH config with your Vagrant. It handles that for you. And it puts together the correct permissions as well as sets up some folders to include. So we're not including all of the config directory, just the shared, which is important. If for whatever reason you want to include some more stuff to sync, by all means, go ahead and add it to this path or take it out altogether. So if you take out all of these paths, it will sync the entire directory. I don't recommend that because some of the stuff in config, if it gets overwritten by your local copy, could cause some issues. And what this will do is it'll create a file and put it in your home directory .unison/elmsln.prf. So let's go ahead and run that command. Bash scripts and Unison setup OSX. Let's see here. What is that? No such file directory. Vagrant. SSH config. I have no idea what it's talking about. Let's see here. Elms, bash, scripts, Unison, Unison.bash. What the heck is it talking about? Maybe it's because it's already there. Doubt. Shouldn't, but so I already had one there, so let's go ahead and remove ssh-config and try to run that again. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, so if we look in here, we can see that it's expecting ELMSLN to be in this directory. So your home directory /ELMSLN. So as you can see, I'm definitely not in that directory. So I need to set up a symbolic link. So let's go to my home directory and we will set up a symbolic link at this path. So ln-s path ELMSLN. So the name of it and the name of the folder. There we go. Okay, now it knows where ELMSLN is installed. Now, fingers crossed, we run this. Unison.bash. Bingo, puts it in the right place. It created should have created that file, which it did, and it should have created the vagrant SSH config, which it did. So now it can communicate with the box and sync files down there. So now the only thing left to do is start up Unison. So every time that I start working on Elms, I fire up Unison and the name of the profile, ELMSLN. Hit that and it will begin syncing the files here. It will start giving us some output. Eventually. So let's test this out. Let's go into core DSLM and let's edit this README file. So I've saved that on my local, and as we can see, Unison put that file, synced it down into the virtual machine. So if we look at it here, core DSLM, vim README, we can see ha 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 ha. So now let's delete that from there. Ha 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 ha. Save that. And see, go back to Sublime, and it's gone. So it's working beautifully, and fingers crossed it should be loading quickly. Modules always take a while to load, but yeah. So still super fast, and we're syncing files. So good job.